All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page. Dynamic. You already know what it is, what you're going to get. Raw, uncut truth. Memberships are available for both pages. The link is right down in the video description. It's in the chat. All you have to do is click it. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like it. Know you're going to love it. All you have to do is check out the catalog, get you something, get the discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University. We talking about over 2,500 videos, all the subjects that you know, over 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the general, all five. There's no other website, nowhere on the planet that you can go to that will elevate you in so many subjects. You see, in dealing with our reality, Black reality. And so we got the Grandmaster teachers over there too, handpicked by the general. There's no other website that you can go to with that amount of research material in those various subjects that elevate your Black consciousness. You should get over there and become a member today. Everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never come, exclusive live streams, too hot for YouTube, but just so damn exquisite. We keep it for our family on Patreon. And so, yes, you should get over there. These are all live streams. That's the biggest perk. You get a chance to see it live from the general, old school video, lecture format, visuals off the chain. That's what you want. Come and get it, family. And to all those that donated to the general, I thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family would like to donate, the link is right there in the video description, is in the chat. All you have to do is just click if you want to donate and do just that. And I appreciate you and I thank you. And I thank you again. Make sure you subscribe right now. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Like the video before you get off of here. Matter of fact, do it right now. I'll remind you as we move through the presentation. And so, yeah, get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it, share it with your family and friends, and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Nah, I could, I saw this, on the internet where Umar Johnson, and I just saw the title where it says Umar Johnson says that Black people don't deserve reparations. And so I say, wow, I got to hear this for myself. I had to hear this for myself. I don't want nobody to say some shit that's just totally out of context, and take, the man's information and twist it. And I had to hear it for myself. And then I make the call. And so, I heard exactly what he said, and I'll play it in a minute, where he don't feel like the Blacks of this generation should get the reparations. And so, my take on that, it ain't up to you. It ain't up to it, it ain't up to you. What a motherfucker do with their money. I mean, we would like to think that, and so, and I'm gonna just say it just like that. If my great, because we act like it's all in one pot. It's not all in one pot. If you get anything, it's because your lineage was on the plantation. And so it don't make no goddamn difference if your great-great-great-grandfather worked, or your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother worked on the plantation, and we know they didn't sign up for the goddamn job. So it wasn't no goddamn application. They didn't fill out no application. Then whatever repair that or reparation is based on your lineage, that automatically comes to the next of kin. It ain't like it's all in no motherfucking pot and it's up to a motherfucker. I'm gonna hold off on you and I'm not gonna give you. It ain't up to you. This ain't no pot. You know what I'm saying? Where motherfucker, you get it based on, your ancestors toiling on that goddamn plantation, degradation all down through the stages, but in all through the stages of our, existence here now. We will always, but it's not up to no council and shit, and and we getting off into this this cabal and shit with motherfuckers. We all got a utopian dream, but you can't take other people's, what is due them regardless. It's motherfuckers who grandmamas and daddy, these motherfuckers is crackheads. They next in line. That's they motherfucker. They the inheritor. You can't determine a motherfucker. Oh, you don't get the money. It's not based on. Some people put it in there. They say, okay, if they have an estate, and they say, okay, in order for my inheritor to get this or continue to get this money, or the house or whatever, that they got to abide by the rules that I set down, and they put that in their will or their estate. But if that has not been done, then the money automatically goes to the next of kin. The lawyer gonna sign off on that. So understandably, we had this utopian dream that is all in one pot. No, if my great-great-great-granddaddy toiled on the plantation, I'm the inheritor. It ain't up to you on what my great-great-grandma, it come to me. You see what I'm saying? It come to me. And so when we think about this shit in context, and I'm gonna look in the comments in a minute. I don't look at comments when I get ready to get busy because I want to stay focused on me, on my mind. Number one, first and foremost, we so comfortable to say, how the shit should come. Motherfucker, get it first. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a motherfucker come up with the blueprint to get it. To talk about what a motherfucker shouldn't do or what a motherfucker, what generation, motherfucker, get it. You see, let me see the blueprint to get it. Then we can talk about what we should do with. For me, I think like a military-minded person. Ain't no motherfucking way, and I put myself in white people's shoes, that I would ever empower an adversary. And we are adversaries. We just got to say what it is. Don't let them convince you the otherwise. You an adversary, and you can sit there, you can tap dance, you can say how much you have forgiven him. It would be, militarily naive for anybody to trust somebody, after what they have done to us. It would be militarily naive, no matter how many years, not because of you tap dancing for him and smiling, and he know what he would do to a people that had done his people the way they did our people. He don't need your smiling, he don't need your tap dancing. He know what he would do. So, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So to empower somebody and, to put your shit in the trust. We love you so much. Not only are we going to give you reparations, we're going to put it in a trust fund for you. We love you so much. We're going to put it in a trust fund for you. I mean, come on, man. I want y'all niggas to act like you got good sense out here. First and foremost, I just don't think that, no matter what. And I'm gonna play it in context. He doesn't believe that that this generation is ready. And like I say, it don't make a difference because it's based on what your lineage, if they toil, the inheritance come to you. You through your great grand. It ain't up to no motherfucking body else. Through your great grandmother, it ain't up to nobody else. That goes to you. It should have went to the next of kin of your whatever great grandmothers and great grandfathers that toil. It should have went to the direct lineage right after the next of kin. And if they died, then it go to the next. And so it's not up to somebody to take that and put it in shit. The work has already been done. It ain't up. It like it's one pot and shit and this, that, and the third. No, my great grandmother, and you got the records that they toiled on this goddamn plantation. It's not up to you. And I know we want to repair. And, and a lot of time, but this is not, like a lump sum. Oh, this is just for black people. No, that ain't the way it is. Because if that's the case, then you could say, okay, and what about the next generation? And say, oh, they not ready. What the fuck? You got the fucking money in limbo? I mean, we in the fucking community. We dying and shit, and then, and so the money is in limbo, and who's to say what the next generation gonna be? Because I'm not rolling the dice that it's gonna be any better, and it could get better, but it ain't gonna be much better because we got to be. I mean, look at the mamas and daddies. I mean, you got to at least start trying to do better for yourself so they can see you doing better in enough time where you can see the change. But if you just roll, oh, this generation ain't shit, and the next generation looking at you, and that these are the only role models that they got. What possibilities is that they're gonna be much better than what the fuck? And that's not to say that some of them won't be better. But what percentage will that be? And will it be enough of them where you figure you can release the fucking money? I don't believe in that. That's some bullshit. I believe if your parents or your great grandmamas and granddaddies work on the plantation and you could trace your lineage to them, that money is yours. And whatever the fuck you do with it is on you. We hope our people would do better for themselves. Did they do any of the other did they do the Japanese like that? I wonder how they did the Japanese and many other groups that got, any reparations and shit, this, that, and the third, and the thing is, we have to quit underestimating our people. You see, we got to quit underestimating our people, that our people don't know what the fuck to do with the money. It's going to always be some motherfuckers that ain't going to do right. It's always going to be motherfuckers that ain't going to do right. Look at Mansa Musa. Motherfucker talk about Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa was the richest man in the world at one time during the 1600s. And the man emptied the damn treasury of Mali. Motherfuckers talk about how Mansa Musa, and they parade this story all through history, how Mansa Musa went across Africa, went to Egypt, went to Mecca, say this was the richest pilgrimage in history. This man emptied the treasuries of Mali, emptied the treasuries of Mali, and carried all their gold all across and gave it away. Just gave it away. This man left out of Mali with shit, hundreds of camels. You see, and they had goddamn, sacks of gold hanging from these goddamn camels. And he took it across Africa and gave it away. He gave so much gold away in Egypt till he devalued gold in Egypt for damn near for 10 years. He devalued gold because it was so much. Went to Mecca. As a matter of fact, he spent so much, he gave away so much in Egypt that I think, well, he went to Mecca. Somehow he needed a loan and he needed a loan to get back to Mali, from the I don't know if at that time they had pashas or whatever, might have been a pasha of Egypt. He needed a goddamn loan to get back home. So just because just because you got wealth and shit, that don't, and he had it. That don't mean they gonna do the right motherfucking thing. Well, you have all the right ideas and shit. Some motherfuckers got all type of business ideas that fail. You see what I'm saying? That fail. You see motherfucking businesses coming and going now. You know what I'm saying? So that's still the roll of the dice. And so, it's not up to nobody to decide if your lineage then toiled. Not up to you. If I trace my shit back to my great grandmama and dad, and I'm the one alive today, I want the paper. And we understand that repair, and I've always said that the repair is not just money. Yes, it's land, it's machinery, it's all the things that you need, because that we had that. We didn't come out of societies that was, lacking in infrastructure, and you destroyed the society, you destroyed the infrastructure. And then you talk about the psychological repair. I don't expect that no adversary gonna do all of that. So we asking for too goddamn much. You see, you asking for too goddamn much. If you could get access to it, then I believe, if this is your opportunity, they say you only get one chance. You get an opportunity like that, motherfucker, you better do what the fuck you need to do in order to, and if you blow your motherfucking chance, that's just all that it is. Let me plug my computer up, fam. Yeah. I'm about to damn die. I'm sitting up here talking, and my shit about to die. Okay. Damn, I hear. Oh, I hit that thing. Let me hit that. Okay, we back. I'm like, where the hell that goddamn echo coming from? Yeah, so yeah, we got too many ideas. Instead of just getting what you need to get. I doubt very motherfucker gonna give you no machinery. Yeah, we need to be able to make roads and shit, and all the fucking machinery that you see out there when they making goddamn roads. We need that. All the motherfucking machinery. You know what I'm saying? The construction worker. All the machinery that they need for infrastructure. We need that. But we need more than just, how long you need engineers. How long how long will it take for you to be able to, engineer your own machinery to do that? You know, the majority of these motherfucking nations out here, they ain't building that shit. They buying that shit from somebody else. But so what you gonna do about that? You need that. But you think for how many generations of free machines you think they're gonna give you, before you had to figure that shit out yourself? How many generations? And so, you putting yourself in a trick box, thinking you got all the time in the world to get it. The thing is to get it. Whatever you fucking gonna get it. Some motherfuckers gonna come up. If it come out cash, some motherfuckers gonna come up. Everybody ain't, and some motherfuckers gonna come up, even if you construct it in the way. I mean, you gotta think also that the dollar, America is in it's in a down slope. Will it come back up? Who knows? It's in a down slope. The dollar ain't what it used to be. You put that shit in there, it's falling. It's falling. They say the motherfucking dollar is like 50 cents compared to what it was, 100 goddamn years ago. 19, we talking about outside of the depression and shit. You talking about the dollar is probably, worth, 50 cents. And probably less than that. 30 motherfucking cents. You put it in there, and China is they say China is gonna take over. And so when that happens and shit, your shit sitting and is devaluing. You ain't doing shit with it. You ain't doing shit with it. So you're just sitting in there. So you know what? I don't, and you think about previous generations, I do believe that a lot of our people might have done, some things in previous generation. But I think, this generation got bigger dreams. I think they got bigger dreams. And so I think that it's going to be a lot of them that pop shit off. So it ain't up to nobody to dictate, how and when. It ain't no one pot. It ain't no one pot like that. I don't see it as being one pot. If your ancestors work and you could document that your ancestors toiled on the plantation in slavery, is due you. It's going to come to you regardless, and it ain't up to another person on the state of mind. It's inheritance. It goes to the next of kin. And so whatever happened and shit to it and that personal, that's up to that lineage. You know what I'm saying? But we would hope that our people would, do better. We would hope our people would put it to work, and some of them will. Some of them won't. It don't matter how you put that shit together. I don't give a fuck how you think you're going to put that shit together. It's always going to be some ups and some downs, some shit that ain't going to work out like you think it's going to work out. It just ain't going to be that way. But we're going to listen to what he have to say, and we're going to critique it. We're going to critique it, and we're going to be honest. Let's go to work. All right, here we go.
You are asking for cash. Then your reparations list ain't worth much.
That's what I said.
Because your reparations list should put you in a position to make all the money you want on your own. What you need to pay out from info. But black people are so worried about money that we can't see the bigger picture. We also fail to recognize that reparations is not just for us living, it's for those gone and those not yet here. I ain't heard nobody talk about how much we're gonna put to the side for the generations unborn yet.
Facts.
And that's why I believe that this generation of blacks in America, we shouldn't get the reparations. We are too irresponsible.
Ain't ready.
We will waste it.
Yeah.
Put the
I'm gonna
reparations.
stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there. It ain't on you. It ain't on you. They're just like if my grandfather died and I'm the next of kin, it automatically comes to me. You can't dictate my state of mind. You see, and say, oh, if I'm the next of kin, you can't say it, and it's in. That's how it go, unless you got a will to specify that, that it don't come to me. But the next of kin automatically gonna get, and regardless to how you feel, that's just real talk. I don't see, and reparations is awarded, and your great great grandparents was, slaves on the plantation, and that they should skip over you and put it in there for somebody. I have never heard of no shit like that in my life. It have to be specified, and because our ancestors don't have no wills and shit, you can't come creating some regulations and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't come, that's some Illuminati shit. You know what I'm saying? That this generation, as if the next generation gonna be any better. And I'm not saying it to that extent. It's gonna be some people that know what to do. It's gonna be some that just gonna blow it. It don't make no difference. It be some motherfuckers who you think is, economically astute, and they gonna collapse. You would think they be the one that get to the finish line and they collapse. You see, and it be some who got some what people think is some crazy ass ideas, and they pop that shit off. It don't make so you can't say who and what, if you give reparations to blacks today, that somehow that they not ready. Yes, they are. I believe that they're gonna be as ready as any generation before it, come after, because I'm just gonna be real. I don't see it getting better. If the amount of people stay in poverty in the way that they've been in poverty for so goddamn long, I don't see them, I don't see it. How is it gonna be better? You see, how is it gonna be better? So you got to let people get some money, to make money, to create these things. And so, yeah, I don't agree at all. I don't believe that putting it, I don't think, and why would he do all that for good niggas? You gonna put it in a trust fund, and we're gonna award it to you, and then we're gonna put it in a trust fund and all this shit, man. Listen here. That's a setup. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. And so he gives his reasons, but I'm sick and tired of you going to the low hanging fruit to make the decision. There's a lot of people that and we're gonna listen to this. We're gonna listen to it now, but that's going to the low hanging fruit to make you make your reason why you feel this way. Here we go.
In a trust somewhere until we get a more revolutionary, more conscious group of blacks. Let them decide what to do with it. We ain't there.
Yeah.
Look at all the bunny hopping we do. What we doing with reparations?
Easter Sunday.
No. So we can blow the money. I had a sister text me one day. You know what she said? Can you stop talking against reparations, because I need that money to pay my bills?
Oh, man. Short-minded.
Reparations is to repair, not to pay your damn weeds bill.
Fix my debt.
But see, that's not up to an individual to decide if the woman want to buy weed and her grandmama and granddaddy worked and toiled, and that's it. That's it. If she wanna, it's not up to you to decide what that individual do with their money. It just ain't up to you. You feel me? Yeah. It's not a yeah. This has already happened. They've already toiled. You see? I mean, look at all the shit that was taken from us even after the fact. We wasn't in, just think of the shit that, all the land that was just strong armed from blacks, could be strong armed again. Shit, it don't make no goddamn difference, but people was doing all the things you think was right. And and they took it. They took it. And so, I just think that, this is, we reaching. We need to try to get it first and foremost, and if we get it, if your great grandmama, granddaddy went through hell on these plantations and all the racism of Jim Crow and all the racial humiliation, and I mean, that's you. That's you. That's you. That go to you. And that's just all it is to it. And you can't speak for another man's lineage or another woman's lineage. Whatever they do with it is up to them. They should be doing something to pop it off. They should be doing something to pop it off. If they get it, but that's up to them to decide. Some of us it's gonna be a lot that's gonna pop it off. They're gonna do, the thing that's gonna keep it flowing in. They're gonna keep it, flowing in. But we got to quit saying, things that, are damaging, to, black people. We talk, it's too much talking down on black people. That's just the reality of this shit. Yeah. We got to quit talking down on black people to the point we don't have no confidence in shit because we keep looking at the low hanging fruit. We got to quit hanging. We got to quit. We don't never look up. We look down and we start from the lowest point and then we make the decision. Let's start at the top. Let's start at the top. Let's look at how many people we got that we feel that can pop this shit off, and get, and let that lineage, triple and quadruple. Yeah, between those, and let that be the, of the next generation. That's because you're gonna have to train them one way or another. If you saying we're gonna put it up for the next generation, but they have to be trained. And if I don't see no training happening on that level to suggest that the next generation, and I'm not saying that they could not be better. They supposed to be better. Each generation is supposed to be better. But, understanding in a capitalistic society, you're going to have some major capital, for, to see any greater number that's so astonishing that you're going to say, now we got a generation that we believe we could release this money to. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that because I don't see the education of our people that would suggest on that level, that just somehow the next generation just gonna be so astonishingly, better than what we are, as if we don't have enough in this generation to get it popping. And so that could be like, that just could be a ever like running like the little hamster on the wheel where you running and you keep running and running and running until you think you got the right generation. We got to quit going down at the bottom to make the decision, and we got to go at the top. And I know it's a lot of motherfuckers out here ready to pop it off. They ready to pop it off. You see, and you just got to roll the dice that they gon' they gon' what is replicate, that they replicate, within their own families. You feel me? That they could replicate within their own families. And if they do that, if it's 40 million blacks in America, you see, if it's 40 million blacks in just, 10%, even if just 10%, 15%, 20% do some astonishing and replicate, a double, a quadruple, bring two, train two, black people to, the knowledge of what it took to be successful. You can replicate that way. Just thinking that this generation, you're going to have a generation or just the whole generation is just so phenomenally astute in black power. I would love that utopian dream to come true. I just don't believe that it's going to happen without a full-blown program of education. So I don't see the next generation being so astonishingly greater than what we are here today. Even though I expect it to be greater, I don't expect it to be so astonishingly greater without a mass system of education. So the next generation probably is gonna be still niggas killing. It's still gonna be niggas killing. That's what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be doing so I don't look there. I look at those that's doing positive shit. And I say, is it enough positive? And like I say, it don't even make no difference because I'm not looking at it as a group thing, even though it should be a group thing. In meaning that as we get those things, our inheritance, and because it's inheritance, really what it is, because they should have gave that to our ancestors. So it's an inheritance. It should have went to them. They the ones that toiled out in the fields. They the one that toiled out. That's their paper. You feel what I'm saying? That's their wealth that they should have got. And the first generations that came off of them plantations, they should have got that. So, but it's inheritance. And so you cannot deny nobody because, imagine looking at you can't look at the descendants, the ancestors and say, your babies don't deserve this or we gonna skip it. You give it to the babies. You give it to they descendants and you don't know what each individual could do. So you mean to tell me I'm astute, I'm living in this generation, I'm astute in economics, I got a blueprint that I shouldn't have access to what, inheritance my ancestors worked for. I shouldn't have access to that so that I could pop it off on an individual level. I should wait till somehow somebody count up enough, people they feel astute in order for me to get what's, coming to me through what my ancestors have already worked for. I don't believe in that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't believe in that. You shouldn't hold me back. You shouldn't hold me back. This is my ancestors already toiled. Give me what's mine and I can work. I can work mine. Now, what you do with yours, and I'm gonna repair. I'm gonna repair my family. You ain't got to worry about it. You see what I'm saying? So you can't count somebody else's pockets. That's really what it boiled down to. And just because you got a utopian dream, that shit could collapse too. Because too much of it is dependent on America. And like I say, the dollar is falling any goddamn. Where would the dollar be in another generation? You know what I'm saying? Where would the dollar be? And you gambling on that. You gambling on that. You see? China, China, whatever I don't know if it's the yen. I think the yen is the Japanese, but whatever that Chinese dollar, shit could be. Then thank you, family. Appreciate you. Yeah. Well, you can agree. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. You can agree. But what I want you to agree with, that what my ancestors worked for, it don't require that you agree. You see, I'm gonna put you in there. Let me explain something. I'm glad you agree with Dr. Umar, but whatever my ancestors toiled for on the plantation, that do them specifically, is not up for you to agree. That come to their descendants, and it ain't up for you or nobody else to hold it. That's what so you agree, but it ain't up for no cabal or no committee to hold anything. That if my ancestor worked for, it don't require that you agree. You see, now if another nigga out there wants, if they let you and some unknown committee, because it don't require no committee, no ancestor voted for you to be any type of, what is it, some type of overseer or some type of, nobody voted for you. Now, if the ancestors that toil out there voted for you to be like some representative or some type of committee or some cabal, that would be one thing, but nobody voted for you, and so any individual out there and your ancestors toiled out there, it is not no great, pot, no big ass pot. When you go in there and you hit that motherfucking time card in there, you feel me? You hit that time card, that's your money. And though everybody else in there is working that, it ain't no big pot. Motherfucker, everybody in there getting paid for their own individual toil. So whatever my great-great-grandmama and great-great-grandfather toiled for, it come to me, and it does not require that you agree. I just want you to understand that, okay? It does not require that you agree. You see? So you can find yourself a door and you can exit and go that way. Straight up. Yeah. Yeah. And so I know a lot of people's out there. They're going to want to weigh in. And I'm going to tell you the same thing. Don't count my pockets. Count yours. If you're weak and you can't pop nothing off because you weak, and so any motherfucker out there that say, they agree with that just saying you agree that you a weak ass nigga, that you ain't got no plan that you could pop off right now. You ain't got no blueprint. You ain't got no ideas. You ain't got no business ingenuity to pop that shit off. You just a weak nigga. And what you doing is you gonna wait on, and nigga, you ain't got, we can't let weak-minded niggas like that, you see, dictate whether we get paper. And we not just talking about paper, because I done already said what reparations is. But that's a utopian dream, because I ain't never in history seen anybody fuck over people the way that these people fucked over us, and they just gonna give us everything we need. Don't let us set up in the house, like that, I mean, that's a utopian dream. So if you get what you get, you take that shit and you flip it and you do what you can, but get it. Because just getting it alone, motherfucker talking about they agree. Motherfucker, you ain't got shit. You gum hustling. You gum hustling. You ain't even, you just talking. If a motherfucker say they giving up whatever amount of money, and like I say, I don't believe, thank you, fam. I don't believe all the shit that we need, that they gonna give us a goddamn thing. You see, on that level, we, like I say, we need to be able to put, we need to put electricity in the house. You feel what I'm in our cities, in our communities. You see, so we got to have, these type of electricians. You need energy, you need energy. And where is that coming from? Where you gonna rent your energy from them? You gonna rent your energy what from the turbines downtown, or you gonna rent your energy from what, the nuclear power plant? You need all of this when you talking about this. So you trying to build a nation. They not gonna let you build no nation inside of this motherfucker like that. You see, you know, they not gonna let you build no nation inside of here like that. What man gonna let you do that? So you waiting and shit to do what? You putting a lot of obstacles in your way because you're dreaming. You dreaming. You hoping that this is stimulus package of a lifetime hit the people, and the people's is like, what am I gonna do with it? You understand? Some motherfuckers gonna fall to the wayside. You know what? They would have failed to the wayside any goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? And if they teach their babies the same thing that how they operate, they ain't gonna be too much different. I ain't trying to curse nobody, but how the hell you think a lot of these niggas is the way they is inherited through the mind state. And if the mind does not get a massive renovation, a massive renovation, then how do you expect that the next generation gonna be that much better? And I do expect that each generation will get better, but how? It's not going to be no astronomical. It's going to get better. They're going to become more technologically advanced. They're going to do a lot of things that we didn't do. But a lot of times, as you can see, niggas with money don't necessarily, they got money, and they haven't, and they've not done too much with it. They have not done too much with it. So really, if you was looking at, and some of them have done something with it, but you got a lot of these cats out here that got money. They ain't put it in the roads, and but they didn't held on to their money. A lot of them ain't broke. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them ain't broke. They still got some ingenuity to keep their goddamn paper. They ain't broke. Some of them went broke, but not a lot of them still got their paper. And so they haven't, with saying that don't mean just because you get money, you're gonna lose it. Now the ideals of building cities and shit and this that come with Black power education. Most of these niggas is Americanized. They ain't gonna they gonna so they buy they get liquor, and they wanna open up liquor store, liquor brands and all this shit. They ain't doing that. That just show you, without a mass education of the people on a Black power, blueprint of nationalism on a mass level, the next generation ain't gonna be much better. Just let's keep it 100. It ain't gonna be much better. It ain't gonna be much better in that regards. You got to have mass education of the people, and when the money come, then that's the only way. And they not gonna let that many minds, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna let that many minds come into that type of awareness. They're gonna do whatever they can not to, and they can, and they could put great obstacles in front of us to do that. And yes, that don't mean we should not try, but with the obstacles being in our way, and we trying to overcome the obstacles, and this, that, and the third, and so that the fighting is going to ensue, and this, that, and the third, and it should ensue. But like I said, in doing that, and I honor you in doing that, I'm not saying do not do that, but in all of what I'm saying, I don't expect that the generation coming after us is going to be that far more dynamic than what we are. And to say that we don't have millions that's ready out of 40 million. I'm not the one that talk down on black people like that. The think within 40 million that we ain't got 2, 3, 4 million, 5 million out of that 40 that can do great things. I believe we can get 5 million easy that would do something dynamic and flip. Now just think about that. If you get 5 million to flip and bring in one individual on top of that could do the same thing, right there you got 10 million. And so that's 1/4 for the 40 million. Yeah, that's worth it. That's worth it. Yes, I believe that's worth it, because you're not about to get, I mean, come on, man. We pipe dreaming. You got to let, and then flip that. You know what I'm saying? You got the paper, you got 5 million that flipped and made 10 million. 10 million blacks right here in America that's got businesses that's doing things, flipping. And that one do the same thing. Let that, let's flip. You bring in 5 million. So you got 15. You reaching damn near 50%. That's how you do that. But to think that somehow that we gonna get, that type of number of black, even when Marcus Garvey was here, you see, yeah, he had a large, he got just the right amount that he needed. He knew he wasn't gonna get everybody. Shit, if he was gonna get everybody, he wouldn't, he would have died waiting on that kind of number. Yeah. He would have died waiting on that kind of goddamn number. And so you just, sometimes when you get the right number, you just had to roll with it and have confidence that, let's do it. And I do believe it. Give me mine. Whatever that motherfucker said, motherfucker, let him agree with your money. And you wait on another year, you go on in your grave, in your casket, and you ain't, but goddamn it, give me mines and see what I do. You could act like some old tired. I don't want my shit in no pot. Yeah, I don't want my shit in no pot. Just give me mine. You know what I'm saying? And you can go and let another motherfucker tell you ain't ready. But me, all you had to do is give me mine, and I'll show you what I could do. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not one of those niggas. And so, yeah, don't put what my great-great-grandmamas and great-grandmama and granddaddies did ain't up to you. You see? That's my blood. You see? That's my blood. Don't speak for my blood. Speak for your blood. If you ain't ready to get your money and you want to pass your money on, I hope you got children. Some of you niggas ain't even got children. You know what I'm saying? Some other motherfucker gonna inherit your goddamn money. So, so what is that saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's on you. If you weak and you ain't got no blueprint and you can't do nothing with the money, if it came to you right now, with nigga, pass your money on. Hey, when they start giving out the money and shit or whatever they giving out, just say, you know what, I'm a dumbass nigga and I'm not ready for none of this, and I want you to go on and put my money on over there in that pot. You see, yeah, go on and put my money on. I'm a dumbass nigga, and I ain't nothing I could do with it. And just speak for yourself, and we talking about, and a lot of people just gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do with it. He brought up the fact that some woman said it don't make no goddamn difference. Her great, if I go and work and shit and not work, you ain't got, if I punch the motherfucking clock and, and whatever I toil for and I sweat and I work my ass off to get that check, you ain't got no say in what the fuck I do. Yeah. You ain't got no say in what the fuck how I spend my check. You know what I'm saying? You could think, well, you shouldn't. I don't give a fuck what you think. I should. You know, that ain't up. That ain't up. That ain't up to you. I work for that. So whatever. And if I pass, and if I pass, it should go to my wife. It should go to my children. And I don't give a fuck. Whatever they do with it, that's on them. That's on. But make sure that they get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no motherfucker talking about, well, we don't think. No, I ask you what the fuck you think. I worked and toiled for that. Make sure that minds get it. And if you don't feel that your mind is capable of doing something, then pass your shit on. Nigga, put it on over there in a goddamn store your shit over there and let the dollar drop. So when whoever get it, it was $1, but by the time they get it, it probably 12 cent, 15 goddamn cent. Go right the fuck on here. Right now, you more likely to pop the shit off and get something and flip it and quadruple it and put something aside and shit. You wait in goddamn 50 years, you been to miss your motherfucking chance. That shit'll be 15 cent. That shit'll be 15 cent. My man say, cut the check. that part, man. Let me put that. Cut the check. Nigga, we ain't got time for none of that shit. Yeah, cut the motherfucking check. I like that. Yeah, we need to get some. Yeah, we need to get some. We need to get some shirts. Cut the check. Period. And let motherfuckers pop this shit off. I got faith in my people, man. I know some of y'all is gonna pop this shit off. I already know you is. But anyway, family, I'm away back in on this tomorrow. And we're gonna look at it and we're gonna weigh the points and we're gonna talk about this again. This not going away. This not going away. Most definitely, we're gonna have to. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I know I had put in a couple of videos for this evening. I most definitely wanted to weigh in on this one in particularly, and just to see what everybody think. And like I said, yeah, we're gonna come again. We're coming again tomorrow on this point. But anyway, like for the end of the day, I'm more than ready for my, the inheritance of my foremothers and forefathers who have instilled in me greatness. And I'm ready right motherfucking now. You feel me? I'm ready right motherfucking now to do what need to be done to take it to the top. You understand what I'm saying? I'm ready, and I know a lot of y'all out there is ready to take it to the motherfucking top. Cut the check. Cut the motherfucking check. This is General Cyrus Sunseti. If you're on here right now, I want you to subscribe. I don't want you to get up off of here unless you have subscribed. Make sure you share this video. Don't you goddamn get up off of here. That's as most you could do. And I got links in the chat, family, where you can support the general. You feel what I'm saying? Keep me out here on the battlefield swinging this sword, because I do it for the fam. This is General Cyrus Sunseti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power. He say, hold on a minute. Wait a minute, what you saying? Hold on a minute. You got something you want to say that's worth me holding on? Well, goddamn it, put it in there and let me see if it's worth me holding on. Come on, drop it in there. You got one goddamn second, and I'm out of here. Okay. Well, what did you? Well, you said hold on. What you gonna say? You didn't put it in there. You didn't even put the shit in there. You gonna say yes, sir? Open my page. Okay. What you do? You did something wrong. Why I gotta open your page? You must have said something. What you say? God damn it. You say you want your mule? All right. Well, I'll see about it. I'll see about it. All right, family. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Black Power.